Dear students, today we will discuss integral and zero exponents. Let us recall these laws. Product of a power. A raised to m times a raised to n. So you're going to add the exponent. So therefore we have a raised to m plus n. In quotient of a power, you will just get the difference of the exponents. So therefore we have a raised to m minus n. In power of a power, you're going to get the product of the exponent. So you will just multiply m times n. So therefore, we have a is equal to m times n. For the power of a product, distribute mo lang siya. And then a raised to m times b raised to m. Power of a quotient, distribute mo lang din siya, a raised to m, and then b all over b raised to m. In the process of performing the laws of exponents, it may result to a positive, negative, or zero exponents. In this lesson, you will learn on how to simplify expressions with integral, positive or negative integers, or zero exponent, applying the different laws of exponent. So, tatandaan po itong law of exponent na to. So, proceed tayo sa zero exponent. Zero exponents for any variable number where a is not equal to 0 or a raised to 0 is always equal to 1. Tandaan ha, kapag may exponent po tayo na 0, lagi na po siyang equal sa 1. So, let us have an example. 12x raised to 0 is equal to 12 times 1 is equal to 12. Only variable x is raised to 0 power. So, kung mapapansin nyo, yung x natin ay raised to 0. So, therefore, this is 1. So, 12 times 1 is equal to 12. Number 2 example. 12x raised to 0. So, diba, dinidistribute natin to 12 raised to 0 and then x raised to 0. So, applying the law of power of a product, both 12 and x are raised to 0. So, therefore, ito ay magiging 1 times 1. And number 3, x raised to 0 plus 3 times x plus 3 raised to 0. So, itong x raised to 0, 1 na yan. So, meron na tayo 1 plus 3. And then, ito ay x plus 3 raised to 0. Automatic 1 na yan. So, we have 1 na here. 1 plus 3 times 1 is equal to 4. The expressions of x plus 3 is raised to 0 power. So, it is equal to 1. Another example. Simplify natin itong 45a raised to 4, b raised to 2, divided by 5, a raised to 4, and b. 45 divided by 5, we have 9. So, kung matatandaan nyo, yung law of exponent natin, i-minus lang natin yung exponent kapag ka-quotient. So, 4 minus 4, we have 0. And then, this time, ganun din, 2 minus 1 is equal to 1. So, this is 1 na, diba? Kapag a raised to 0 or any numbers or variables that raised to 0 is equal to 1. So, 9 times 1, 9 na rin yan. So, ito 9. 2 minus 1 is equal to b or 1 na lang siya. Invisible na yan. So, therefore, we have 9b. Number 5. Simplify lang natin to. So, kapag nakakita na kayo ng zero exponent, 1 na kagad yan. So, 2 times 1, 2. And then, ito, 1 na rin to. Since ang exponent natin ay 0, ito rin, raise natin, ang exponent din natin dito ay 0. So, 1 na lang din yan. 2 times 1, and then plus 1 plus 1a. So, therefore, we have 2 plus 1 plus a is equal to 3a. Simplify din natin itong 4m times n minus p raised to 0 all over 4m raised to 0. So, ito, automatic to ay 1. Ito rin ay 1. So, therefore, we have 4m times 1 and then over 4 times 1. So, kapag 4 divided by 4, diba? Pag 4 times 1, 4 na rin siya. 4 times 1, 4. 4 divided by 4, 1. So, ang natira na lang natin ay si m. So, proceed tayo sa integral exponent. Integral exponent is an expression has an integral exponent if the exponent is either positive or negative integers. Tandaan, expression siya, integral expression siya, kahit kapag ang exponent niya, kahit positive or negative siya. So, katulad nito, the expression like 3x, 5x minus 5x raised to negative 2 plus 2m raised to negative 8 are examples of expressions with integral exponents. One of the laws of exponent is quotient of a power that is, so example natin, a raised to m over a raised to n. So kapag power of quotients or exponent of quotients, get the difference lang. Difference lang nung exponent na m minus n. So we have here. So applying this law of exponent in simplifying the following. So ito yung given natin, x raised to 4 over x raised to 2. So, according to the law of exponents, 4 minus 2 is equal to x squared. Number 2 example, we have x squared over x raised to 4 is equal to x raised to 2 minus 4. Kasi nga, mina-minus natin yung exponent natin. So, equals x minus 2. The exponent is negative. Diba? For use factoring to simplify the expression. So, para mas makita natin. So, diba, ang x squared, meron tayong dalawang x. Kapag x raised to 4, apat yung x. So, x squared, kapag 1 na lang to, i-divide natin. So, ang natira, x squared. Right? So, therefore, the expressions of x raised to negative 2 is equal to 1 over x squared. The negative sign in the exponents means the reciprocal. So, reciprocal lang siya. Like this, a raised to negative n is equal to 1 raised to, over a raised to n. Kung mapapansin nyo, ito, i-reciprocal lang natin siya. Similarly, if the expressions with negative exponent is in the denominator, get its reciprocal to express the exponent as positive. So, kung ito ay 1 over a raised to negative n, reciprocal mo siya, itaas mo lang siya, and then yung 1 nandito. So, a raised to n na siya. Another example, 3x cubed and x raised to 6 over x raised to 5, y raised to 4. Solution. Observe the exponents of each variable. Let the variable with greater exponent remain in its position but subtract the smaller exponent from the larger exponent. So, ibig sabihin, kung sino yung mataas yung exponent, stay lang natin siya dyan. Tapos, kung sino yung nasa mababa, ibababa natin. Katulad na ito, 3x cubed, y raised to 6. So, itong y raised to 6, mas mataas siya kaysa sa y raised to 4. So, itataas lang natin siya. Itong x cubed, mas mataas si x raised to 5. So, ibaba natin siya. So, ang matitira na lang dyan, 3y raised to 6. Tinaas natin si y raised to 4. And then, x raised to 5, baba natin si x cube, minus lang natin, applying the exponent o quotients of law of exponent. So, therefore, we have 3y, 6 minus 4 is for number 4, express all exponents to a positive integers. So, letter A, 28a raised to 5, b raised to 6, c, all over 7a raised to 5, b raised to 4, c cubed. So, ang gagawin natin, divide muna natin siya. 28 divided by 7, we have 4. So, a raised to 5 minus a raised to 5, we have a raised to 0. Dito sa b raised to 6 and b raised to 4, syempre, mas mataas si b raised to 6. So, iakit natin si b raised to 4. So, we have b raised to 6 minus 4. Sa c naman, mas mataas si c cube. So, ibababa natin si c. So, we have here 4a raised to 0, b raised to 6 minus 4 all over c cubed minus 1. So, therefore, this is 1. So 4 times 1, we have 4. So b raised to 6 minus 4, we have b squared. C cubed minus 1, we have c squared. Letter B. Sisimplify lang natin siya. So, 5 minus 2, we have 3. Copy mo na kagad yung exponent. 5 plus 2 raised to 0, automatic 1 na siya. So, dito na tayo proceed. 3 times 3, we have 9, and then plus 1. So, therefore, we have 10. Letter C. Simplify lang din ulit natin. Applying the law of exponent, power of a power. So, 2 times negative 1, we have negative 2. And then 10 minus 8, we have 2 raised to 14. Copy lang natin ulit yung exponent. 4 raised to negative 2. Change to the same base so can apply the law of exponent. So, we all know that 8 is equal to 2 cubed. We have 2 times 2 times 2, we have 8. Para yung base natin maging pare-parehas. And then 2 raised to 14, and then 4. We have the square root of 4, the square root of 2 is 4. 2 times 2 is 4. So, simplify na natin. 3 times negative 2, we have negative 6. And then, copy lang natin ulit. 2 times negative 2, we have negative 4. So, apply na natin. I-add, pagsamasamayan natin lahat ng mga exponent. 2 raised to negative 6 plus 14 plus negative 4. All in all, we have 2 raised to 4 is equal to 16 because 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 is equal to 16. So, apply the law of exponent, product of a power. So, let us have a activity. So, get a piece of paper and answer this. And for the answer,